Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when he died, all that left us was a lonely, 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 lonely.
It was the best feeling I've ever known. You know, I never graduated high school, and I never, you know, I was part of a team that finally won. You know, I was in that team that won. You know, it was like, damn, I did something. You know, I did something for myself. And you know, I wanted to quit so many times at boot camp. You know, I told them. I told my drill instructors one time. You know, I don't want to be here. And, you know, and there's guys in there that I didn't know, and they said, Horan, you do, you know? It's just, you know, you had a bad day and stuff. But it's a great feeling. I know everybody here knows that feeling. It's like...
It's a day where if you've ever had any other doubt that, you know, you've ever earned anything at all, okay? There was no doubt in your mind the day they said platoon, whatever it was you was in, dismissed. You took it one back step, you about faced, and it was just tears. It's just, you were just so fulfilled from having to accomplish really something special. You know, you made something of yourself. You accomplished one of the hardest tasks there is, and that is completing parental and basic training.
I did a lot of growing up when I came in. I was, you know, partied a lot when I was back 18. Which wasn't very long ago, but...
I'm there now.
It really does bring a big change in you know, personality.
You see guys that come in, and they'll go through Marine Corps, in the Marine Corps, and they'll go back home on leave or something. And they seem like they're older to the other people there and to themselves. They act older. You know, they grow up real fast.
Friend thought I was an imposter when I went home. I said, John, what happened? What'd they do to you? Nothing. I was just staying there, you know, not talking, not minding my business, not causing trouble. It's really good, too, because you get to look at them and see that nothing's changed. You know, you get to go home and you see that they're still doing the same thing that they've always been doing and probably will always be doing. And y'all making something out of yourself.
Well, when I come home now, they still ask me about it, you know. You know, they can tell that it's made a big improvement on me, you know. You know, when I go home, I don't do a lot of things that I used to do. Because mostly when I was home, you know, I used to be hanging out with these guys and we look for trouble. It's just simple as that. We'd look for it.
I think most guys here prove something more to themselves than they do to somebody else. And once you prove something to yourself, you naturally prove things to other people. You don't have to put on no show and say, I'm macho or something like that. Once you learn pride and confidence in yourself, it just automatically comes to the surface and everybody else sees it.
You know, before I come in the Marine Corps, I thought I had things so bad. Jesus. You know, I was like, poor me, poor Dave. He had everything. He didn't have this, you know, I had everything.
We're like day and night. I thought I had, you know, I had it made.
But, you know, we're a lot alike in other ways, too, coming from two total different places.
One thing we find, though, that both of us came in for is a challenge. I had it, but it didn't mean nothing because without a challenge, that's what we all wanted. We wanted the ultimate challenge.
I'll tell you, before I come in here, I was looking out for me and only me. I had a lot of acquaintances, you know, before I come in here, but not really too many real good friends. You know, I looked out for me and took care of myself. We're in here, you know, like these guys around here. You know, I don't really know them. I've only known them for about a year now, most of them. And, you know, I feel, you know, we don't say it amongst each other, but I feel closer than these guys, you know, because I know they're at you, you know they're there behind you to back you up, you know.
Everybody's, you know, different races from different places, but, you know, we all got one thing in common. We're here, you know, we're Marines. You know, we're together here in this one place.
So it's nice to go home, too, when you get a chance. This will be the longest I ever been away from home. 8 months. Long time. Too long.
Usually we're doing so much, we're busy all the time, you know? Like Corporal Smith, sometimes, you know, he tells us to do stuff, and it's a real pain in the neck, you know, and I think he's a real jerk sometimes. But you gotta put up with it, you know? You know, like duty. You know, I gotta go out there as soon as we're done here and patrol up and down. I don't want to do it, but if I don't do it, he'll get on my back, you know? And there's a reason for that, to look out for the other Marines that are in the other tents right now.
It's just some of those details, it's got to be done, and they get passed to me, and I've got to pass them to my men, all right? But yet they know that it's got to be done, all right, or something's going to hit the fan, all right? Yeah. So they do it, and I can go, I say, okay, I need a couple of volunteers. No doubt they know it's going to be some kind of two-bit job, but yet they go ahead and volunteer just to get it over with.
Every day. They knew what it was like to get out of a sleeping bag in the morning.
When you're so cold, you're in pain, and it hurts. Just being out there on fire watch, and you're freezing to death because your feet are wet, or just some minor technicality. But if they appreciate it half as much.
It must hurt that they don't.
But yet inside, we got our own pride. We know what we have accomplished, and we know we don't have to prove it to them. It's just something between us right here.
We wouldn't say it to each other, but we'll say, you know, it's a fair, we're a team. We're a team right here, every one of us. But we really never, we knew it, but never told each other, you know? You can feel learning a lot. I can feel it right now. If you could be sitting right where I'm sitting right now, you could feel it, you know? I can feel it in Cutler, just, you know, he's a quiet guy.
But when you go home, most people don't respect nothing about anybody else. It's a dog-eat-dog world. But if most people served in the military for a short time,
the Marine Corps.
Well, the Marine Corps, they'd learn to respect each other. And that way, when you went home, maybe everybody would have a lot more appreciation for each other.
Yeah. More than repeat anything that's been said here again tonight. One of us is going to start just crack one joke, and that's all it's going to take. Yeah. We're going to crack jokes in such an extreme that nobody's ever heard before, and it's not being able to put on tape.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.